Home. We are a family owned and operated funeral home where we offer complete personalized funeral services, leading our community in funeral and cremation services. Make an appointment for your pre need and at need arrangements by calling us at 702 647 0123. Once again, that number is 702 647 0123. Serenity Funeral Home, caring for your loved ones as if they're our own.
Chico Sticks, Pickles, Jolly Ranchers, Mary Jane's, Pop Rocks, Lemon Heads. Should I go on? Bitter Honey, Freeze Cups, Candy Cigarettes. Listen, how about you make your way down to the modern day Candy Lady and see all of this and more? Satisfy that sweet tooth Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Sight and Sound Candy and more. Follow us on IG at Sight and Sound Candy and on Facebook at Sight and Sound Candy. We are located at 1000 North Martin Luther King on the corner of Washington and MLK. Give us a call, 702-648-4444. Again, that number, 702-648-4444. Thank you.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Welcome to Let the Ball Bounce. This is your host, Dre Bailey. Yes, sir, man. Interesting day today, man, already. It's been a really interesting day. I had a nice spirited conversation, and we'll get into that in a minute, man. How you doing, man? How you doing on this F1 weekend?
It's been a while, I actually worked the race last night. I'm actually on standby to work it tonight, possibly. But it's crazy out there, bro, on the strip, man. Anybody that's been out for F1 weekend, please be safe. Please stay safe.
What is F1? Because there may be a lot of people listening right now, like, this is a sports talk radio show. What are they talking about, F1?
Yeah, it's sports. If you've never heard of Formula One racing, it is NASCAR on steroids because it is a worldwide circuit.
Yeah.
NASCAR is primarily here in the States, and F1 is a worldwide circuit. So when you talking about the Arab billionaires that fund this sport and that funnel the money, we spoke about Live Golf and how they're funded by the Saudi investment fund. Well, look no further than F1.
We're getting Arab money. They turned the entire strip into a racetrack.
Yep.
That's dope.
They own the strip for these last 4 days. They literally own it.
That tells you how much money
That tells you how much money they really have.
If you don't have enough money to actually rent out a skating rink, you damn sure don't have enough money to rent out the entire strip.
No. This is the Las Vegas Strip, guys. Probably the most visited tourist attraction, definitely in the United States, I'd say. And it's up there in the world.
Yeah.
It's top 10 or 15 most visited places in the world.
It has to be. I mean,
it gotta be.
I know the Eiffel Tower is
Eiffel
up there,
Tower.
but I haven't been there.
I haven't been to the Eiffel Tower.
But those people, it's easier to get to Vegas than it is.
It's easier to get to Vegas than it is to France. Yes.
So. Yeah. That is what it is. So that's what's going on this weekend. And if you are here and enjoying that $1,800 3-day pass that they had out, we hope you're enjoying your time, man, and eating some good food and enjoying some racing.
Yeah.
But if you are flying in today and trying to find a room, good luck.
Yeah. Good luck. But good luck with that.
I heard the Motel 6s are $600 to $800 a night if they have room available.
Crazy.
So, yeah, we got a lot of sports to talk to you about. Big ups to my cousin Eddie Heckert, man, who's a senior over at BYU. They lost today to Oklahoma State. And,
it's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Heartbreaker.
It was a good game.
Yeah,
it was a good game.
Good game.
But turnovers.
They showed up, though.
They did.
For them to be, I'm not going to say they're not on that level, but you're looking at Power 5 football right there when you're talking about Oklahoma. And they were right there in the game with 5 minutes left to go and just couldn't seal the deal. So,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
So Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio. We're here every Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific Coast Time. We give you guys the best of sports talk radio. Download the Gorilla Cross app on your phone and follow us as we give you the best of us, LTBB. We love you. We appreciate you. Follow us on Facebook. Got the hottest sports talk page in the land. LetTheBallBounce@gmail.com if you want to be a sponsor of the show, like Serenity Funeral Home and Sight and Sound Candy and more.
Yeah, man. Big things going on at Sight and Sound Candy and more.
Yeah.
Man. They did a Purses for Purpose
Nice.
Drive this morning. Shout out to Miss Leslie Thomas and Kanisha Madlock, Appel Porter, and the young ladies of the Zeta Arcanet Club. They stuffed purses and went and delivered it down on Main Street to the homeless women.
Nice.
And took some to the Shade Tree Shelter this morning. So that's pretty dope.
Giving back to the community, man. That's what it's all about.
Giving back. It's what your sponsors do, man. It's what the sponsors do.
And it's what you're supposed to do. I think that if you are from the community, you have an obligation to give back to the community, right?
Absolutely.
If you may not have much, but I'm pretty sure you can find some things that you're hoarding at home that you could actually bless somebody else with, right? They may not have to be homeless, but you have something in your home that somebody else needs.
Yep, no doubt.
So take the time out to actually give back to people in your own community. So big ups to Sight and Sound Candy and more for that. We got a lot of college football to talk about, some NBA, some NFL, and a little bit of hip hop. Dre 3000 dropped. This is dope, bro. And I like the fact that you play. Can you play like the whole album during the set? I think it's dope.
We don't get kicked off.
Yeah, well, right. But he dropped the album, No Bars, and I found it interesting. The title of each one of his songs I thought was pretty dope because it got me in that frame of mind of what I was kind of listening to and where he was when he kind of did it. And you got a lot of people out there that says, oh, man, he's playing the flute and, he's playing the wind flute and he's doing this and he's doing that. One thing I like about Andre 3000 is that he, am I sharing the right feed? I am now. Is that he is comfortably in his own skin. He's comfortable in his own skin. He is unapologetically who he wants to be. He's not going to make no excuses for who you want him to be. And that's what I like, a person who's walking in his own purpose. Because a lot of times we get people out there who are doing things just to, be seen and saying and doing things to be heard. And he's wanting to express his art form in something new that he learned. And so I respect him for that. And I'm going to kind of read a little bit of what Pete Rock said on his IG, man. He said, now I'm a producer, and what I hear on this album is amazing. Some of y'all ears been lost. But as a producer, what I hear sounds incredible. Sometimes embracing the different side of a person isn't a bad thing. Mm-hmm. In this business, when you've been doing the same thing forever, you can get tired of it and want to go left. Nothing wrong with that. We all need that support sometimes. We had jazz musicians put albums out like this. Why not accept when 3 Stacks do it? I mean, I hear amazing samples on this album, beats. I listen to his raps on that Kanye joint all the time. One of the South's greatest MCs. But I copped this album and I am listening to it. And you know what? I like it so far. Congratulations on the journey. I thought that was dope. And that's coming from a actual producer.
A legendary producer in Pete Rock. But this is, I'll take it a step further. So y'all remember when 808 and the Heartbreak came out?
For sure.
When Kanye released that album, what did everybody say? Oh man, Kanye on that bullshit, man. This ain't the Kanye we want to see. Whoop de whoop de whoop. But when you really listen to that album,
now everybody's on it.
now
though.
everybody's on it. Like this is what I talk about when people really don't listen to music. This is what Jay-Z was talking about when he said, "Do y'all listen to music or do you just skim through it?" You don't actually listen to music. You just want to hear what you're used to hearing instead of hearing something innovative, instead of hearing something different, a different sound, a different tone. You just want to hear the same old person. And that's why a lot of lyrics go over people's head, because they're used to a person talking about a certain subject matter, and then when they switch it up, it ain't about bitches and O's and how much money they got. It's about life and obtaining wealth and setting your kids up for this journey we call life. People, it goes over people.
Well, people don't want to embrace anything that's new, right? Or anything that is foreign to what they're used to, right?
I didn't want to embrace not eating bread anymore, but I did.
But you did. And now look.
45 pounds down.
Right?
Oh, I miss bread a lot.
And you can have it. You can have it.
Just not in the
but you can have it.
I was eating
exactly.
I was eating it a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I love it. I think it's definitely going to age well within the next couple of years. People are going to start sampling and doing things with this album here. And I'd rather listen to this whole album than an album of a young black female telling me how her coochie is pink and her booty hole's brown.
But man, I'm telling you, it's wild out here in these streets, brother.
Y'all rather really listen to that.
This is what y'all want?
Y'all,
that's what y'all want? This is it? This is...
Because I didn't hear nobody up in arms over that. And the fact that she has a lip gloss line that one of the lip glosses is booty hole brown.
Wow.
Lip gloss. She has a list of lip glosses that...
Do you really want to put that on your lips?
It's just inappropriate.
Ladies, y'all want to put that on
it's
your
inappropriate.
Lips? Booty hole brown? Y'all want
to... But this is...
But my thing, I told my boy, I'm like, how you going to tell a grown man how to make his art?
Come on, man.
Who's this album for? I'm like,
how
maybe
are you
himself.
Tell,
maybe it's
himself.
for himself.
How are you going to tell an artist how to be an artist?
That's wild.
Hey, Rembrandt, now paint this Mickey Mouse instead. We like this Mickey Mouse.
I was told by somebody on the page, and I'm not going to say his name, but happy birthday, Sean Johnson.
Jay. Young midget.
Yes.
Little person.
He told
little
me.
person.
He told me.
Midget.
I have a right to say something about this album if I'm going to spend my hard-earned money.
You didn't buy it.
On.
None of us has bought music in 15 years.
Well, he doesn't
At
have
least.
He doesn't have bars on it. Well, bring your own bars.
Yeah. Flow to it.
Isn't that what people do when they go into the booth and they're rapping to an instrumental? They bring their what? They bring their own bars.
Bring their own bars, bro. Bring your own bars. Bring your own bars.
Now, look, to all you Outkast fans out there, I know that your feelings are hurt because you really wanted another Outkast album, but you're just not going to make somebody who is not in that mental state of mind give you something that you want.
He said it in the interview. He said, man, I'm 48.
What am I rap about?
What I'm finna rap about?
A colonoscophy?
What getting on AARP? Like what's happening here?
My eyesight going bad?
What's going on?
The fact that I'm moaning every time I get up?
The fact I got to get partials? Like what's really like the mode here? What am I going to rap about?
He sure can't rap about the Cadillacs and stuff.
He can't rap about that anymore.
He's not getting partials. He got full veneers.
Well, I mean,
that
was the alternative.
He got
to
the expensive.
like that 444 album that Jay-Z dropped.
Yes.
He wasn't rapping about all of the stuff he rapped about
rap
when he
about
was
that.
on
I'm
Reasonable
50.
Doubt and Black album, he rapped about actually everything that has happened in his relationship with his wife.
Real stuff. Actual things.
It's tragic.
I don't know, man. That's like conversations that we have now as men in our 40s, bro. Those conversations that we have now in our 40s are not the conversations that we have in our 20s, bro.
Nah, bro. It's a little
Not
different.
even in our 30s. Not even in our 30s. Cats is like at retirement age, pushing retirement age now. What is Andre 3000 going to rap about at retirement age? Can somebody please?
Now, then I seen another comment. Well, he just put out a album with Rick Ross, or not Rick Ross, Killer Mike, and he just did this. Okay, that's fine.
What Killer Mike rapping about? Do y'all listen to him?
Nah, they don't.
No, they don't listen to Killer Mike, because if they did, we wouldn't be having this conversation, because y'all know exactly what Killer Mike rap about. If you listen to him.
What is the young lady name who sings the ski wee? What was her name?
Dirty Red, Sexy Red?
Sexy
I said
Red.
Dirty Red. She is dirty, so that's appropriate.
Like a Herbert G?
Yeah, bro, she's dirty. Shout out Leslie Thomas. Herbert G's. We see you, homie. We see you, big homie Ace of Spade.
Oh, man.
They were shooting at the helicopters in the G's, boy. What? Look, you had to be here in the 90s in Vegas, man. I don't think a lot of people truly understand just how Vegas really was. Y'all really don't understand.
I don't want to hear
Vegas,
that.
man.
Big ups to Danielle Hampton. She from the Jets.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them West Coast boys, man. You feel me? Shout out to the Manor family, man. Well, you know what I mean? In the Jets. Yeah, man. Come on, man.
So
Gotta be from here, man.
Yeah. big ups to Dre 3 Stacks, man, for
man.
dropping his first album, or a album in what, 15, 17 years or
It's been
something
a
like
long
that?
time.
Been a long
The
time.
last one they dropped together was the Love Below.
Yeah.
Love Below and what was it? Love Below. What was it?
Speaker Box.
Speaker Box.
Which
Love
was a
Below.
dope album,
Yes.
I thought.
I thought that was totally different.
Now, what if he is trolling with this though, and is dropping a rap album in a couple weeks or a couple months?
Oh, kind of like Drake did, because Drake just dropped his album called For the Dogs.
I don't subscribe.
For the
to
Dogs
Drake.
Only, but it's like
I don't subscribe.
Because at this point in life, you control people so easy because the internet will go off.
this ain't a troll by him.
I don't think
it is.
I don't think it's a troll by him.
Like he did that with the album, right? Like the double album.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't an album. It's because he wanted to make something totally different.
So watch this. You know what song you're playing, right?
I can't say it, but yeah.
Is it the P word?
Mhm.
I knew it. Yeah. I mean, it just rolls off your tongue better than the actual real word.
The P word.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been 20 years.
20
since we-
years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Speaker Box Love Below came out in 03.
Ooh. 20.
Oh, wow, bro. It's
Showing our
really
age.
been 20 years.
Showing our age.
Some of these people
Those
complaining
are
about
college
this
days,
album
bro.
weren't even born when that came
Weren't
out.
even born.
Why are they even talking?
Bro, that was like my junior year of
wild.
college, bro.
93 till infinity, and Beyonce is a.
You guys like the new arms, by the way?
I
do,
like
I
that,
do.
man. I
So
know
that's a good look.
It's a real good look. You know, no
They
obstruction.
won't be in your face.
No obstruction.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I love that, man. I love it.
It's dope. So big ups to him. And in other entertainment news, right before we get into sports, P. Diddy.
Oh, boy.
And Cassie settled their lawsuit. She put out a lawsuit, said that he raped, abused her, and did all of this stuff. I mean, she went and got a lawyer. They got whole, just everything, getting ready to go to court. And not even 24 hours went by, and she basically settled out of court. Now, I had an argument with a really, really good friend this morning. It wasn't really an argument. It was a disagreement of
Healthy
perception.
debate.
Healthy debate of a perception. And
Really, dog.
yeah.
For real, bro.
Listen to this one. Now, look. This was the mix with the 3 Stacks joint. You hear that?
Yes.
That's hard.
Yes. Answer your call.
Quan, I think you on to something. I'm gonna go home and mash me up some stuff.
You're
while you
hot
playing.
today, bro.
I'm gonna go mash me up some stuff. So I say, and we bring up this P. Diddy situation because I'm not a woman, and I'm not gonna speak from a woman's point of view or perspective, right? But I would assume that if you were violated and actually went to a lawyer and wanted to take that person who violated you to court, that you would kind of want to see this through. Or is it really all about the money? Because if it's all about the money, then say that. Don't say that you're going to take him to court. Just say, hey, I want this amount of money.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Because whether he did it or not, you're taking from the real abuse that may be happening with people who are actually going through it. But what you're telling me is that it's okay as long as he gives me the money.
Right.
It's okay I was violated as long as I got the money.
Yeah.
Because we can't go back and change it, right? That's what the debate was about. Like, obviously, you can't go back and change what happened. You can only do for that situation moving forward. And me, with a mom and a grandmother and aunties and people who really wrapped their arms around me as a young man and raised me, I kind of have a pulse for them.
Yep.
Right? And so if anything happened to any of my female relatives or whatever, I would want them to pursue this individual and actually seek justice.
Yep.
Not say, it's okay that this happened to me as long as I get 50 million. Now, ladies, I could be wrong because I'm not speaking from your standpoint, but you can't tell me that my perspective is wrong because you can't speak from a man's point of view or standpoint either.
Yeah.
So please give us a call at 702
Please.
608 3259. We would love to hear from a woman's perspective.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
Pursuing and stopping him from doing this to somebody else. So, but what you're telling me is, I'm going to take this amount of money. Damn anybody else. I got what I wanted anyway.
I'm out.
And if he really didn't take advantage of you, then you should be going to jail. Because we see that all the time. Because that word,
it's loose.
It's loose.
It's loose. It's loose.
Right now in 2023.
Very, very loose. Very, very loose word. Very, very loose word. The word rape. The word, hell, I'd even say abuse. I'd even say the word abuse or sexual abuse is being used loosely. We know real victims.
Facts.
Of rape and or sexual abuse. And we've talked to these people personally. Both male and female, by the way. But we're talking about the female gender right now. These people wanted justice, not money. And I think what we're looking at here with Sean Combs and Cassie is how much money can I suck out of you in this moment? Because if it was about justice, and we just spoke about this before we went on air, if it was about justice and getting this man off the street before he could do this to anybody else, why would we be settling out of court? Now, that's another thing that we talked about that could be on Diddy's head at that point. Because if I'm innocent, I ain't settling out of court for shit. You ain't finna get none of my M's.
If I'm truly innocent.
If I'm truly innocent, you're not getting none of my M's.
And that is what Johnny Depp did.
That's exactly what he did.
Johnny Depp could have easily, with that whole Me Too movement, he could have easily settled out of court or just said, you know what, I don't want to deal with it. Let me give her the money. But guess what? He said, I am going to go and defend myself. You can bring up all of the drugs, the coke, all of the stuff I do. That has nothing to do with what we're here for, sir.
Yeah.
And guess what he did? He won.
Yeah.
And there's a Facebook comment. It has been a replacement accusation for making bad decisions and regret from a female.
What does that mean? Say that one more time.
It has become a replacement accusation for making bad decisions and regret.
Come on, man.
And I've heard it before where women have even told other women, regret sex is not rape. Like just because you wake up the next day, I shouldn't have done that, or he didn't call you, or whatever the case
I
is.
went to college. You know how many booger whoops I woke up next to the next morning? Like,
damn it, shouldn't have did it.
Damn tequila.
Maybe you got raped.
Whoa. So
Come on, bruh.
Shout out Crystal Lynn. She brings up a point about statute of limitations.
It was a civil suit, is what they're trying to say.
But if there's the statute of limitations, the general statute of limitations on actual rape or sexual abuse is somewhere in between 15 and 20 years.
Well, how would you know that, Goose?
I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, man. I've been kind of in the field of law enforcement for a really long time. But along with violent crimes, murder, second-degree murder, manslaughter, stuff like that. So if I'm the victim of that, I'm doing everything in my power to see that this man don't do that to nobody else.
So Danielle goes, I think she wanted to air it out and open the door for others to come forward. Do you really think?
I mean,
that
okay.
But is it going to stop women from actually still wanting to be with him? Or
right, that's Diddy.
And why'd she settle so quick? If that was, why did?
How did it turn to a civil lawsuit? But did it start out that way?
And then I was told this.
Because if rape is a criminal.
Then I was told this. Maybe she doesn't want to relive it and go through. Well, she's the one that brought it up. Yeah. She's the one that.
That's confusing.
It's really confusing. And I think, for more clarification, women out there, you need to stop confusing men. Because I'm confused right now on what's really going on.
That's a tough one.
If I'm confused and I didn't even do it.
Right. Imagine. Yeah.
So, whatever. Let the ball bounce. What it is. Sports Talk Radio. We just wanted to really open that door in a great conversation. Yep. And my daughter's on here, Nate Bailey. She said that Johnny Depp situation was a great example. It really was.
Yeah. It's kind of the best example you could use in the modern day era.
He fought back. Yeah. And when he went to court, she got made look like a real fool.
Like a whole fool. Did he even have
and won money.
Did he even have a legal team?
Yeah, bruh. Yes, he did.
He did. He had a legal. Okay, because he was doing a lot of talking.
And legally, he could really sue.
Oh, he can sue big time.
Well, he could sue not Warner Brothers, but the whole cast and crew of the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
He created that character.
Oh, yeah.
But when they took him off of it because of this whole Me Too movement and this accusation right here, they were still selling his Pirate of the Caribbean dolls and stuff.
Right.
And he wasn't benefited from that. But that's his character.
Right.
So he really could sue Hollywood if he wanted to, but Johnny Depp's on to, other things. Kind of like Andre 3000. He's, in the rock band and he's doing his music.
Yeah.
You may like it or you may not.
Yeah.
He could care less.
Nobody got mad at CeeLo Green when he changed his name to
Gnarls Barkley.
Bruh. I thought that was dope music.
I thought it was too.
I thought it was a super dope transition, man.
That's a great example too.
That wasn't who's that peeping in my window.
Yeah, that wasn't.
We know CeeLo Green is a monster lyricist.
Yes,
we know that. But when I remember when we was in the car vibing to it though.
Yep.
Why can't we do this for Andre 3000, man? That's Organized Noise Productions, man.
Yes,
it's all the same, man. That's the Dungeon family, man. It's all the same.
Boy,
it, man. I understand.
People sometimes. Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio. Your guy, Dre Bailey.
Yeah, Goose Thomas.
We want the conversation to be talked about.
Yes, we do.
Right now, college football. Colorado.
Yeah.
Got blew out.
It's a rough one. This year,
other
man.
day. And what do you have to say for a lot of people who are really just Deion this and Colorado this. And now all of a sudden that tide has kind of changed. And I'm seeing Colorado not really focusing on football. It's a lot of things on the outside.
Sure.
And then you have
That's fair.
You
More
have
than fair.
Yeah, you have a famous host in sports talk radio that everybody loves to hate, and he came out and said, you got rappers on the sideline, you have
That's the Deion effect.
ex strippers in the locker room talking,
That's the
and
Deion effect.
and this has really gotten away from football. Has what Deion is doing in Colorado gotten away from actual football?
I think the coverage part of it has, but that's not Deion Sanders' fault that he's being covered. He was covered as a player, and he was the same exact way. He was flamboyant. He was out there, and he more than proved his worth and proved his point for his entire athletic career. He's one of the greatest athletes, if not the greatest athlete we've ever seen in modern day history. So that part wasn't gonna go anywhere. I don't know what people really expected. Like, when you have a figure like Deion Sanders, who is as polarizing as he is, the cameras are going to follow him.
Yep.
That's just the nature of the beast. That's just what it is. We all know who Eddie George is, right? How many cameras at Tennessee State?
I haven't seen not many this
A lot of
year.
people don't even know he's the head coach at Tennessee State.
People didn't even know it was a Tennessee State.
A lot of people don't even know that's an HBCU. How many cameras are at Tennessee State? We all know who Eddie George is, though. He's a Heisman winner. Great college player.
Ohio.
Tremendous NFL player.
Yep.
Right?
Tennessee Titans.
Why aren't there cameras at Tennessee State? Because he's not Deion. It's really that simple. Now on to the football portion. The Colorado Buffaloes won one game last year. One.
Now, who's to say they wouldn't have won at least two this year with that same squad?
With the same team, I reckon it'd have been worse. They probably would have went 0-12. Deion Sanders comes in. We knew at the beginning that the offense and defensive line were suspect at best. We knew that before they took a snap in the regular season. So when they came out and beat TCU, a team that played in the national title game last year, that came as a surprise to everybody. Now, do they have athletes on both sides of the football? Yes, especially offensively. They got big-time athletes. So for them to beat TCU, that was a total surprise to everybody. For them to win 4 games this year was a total surprise to everybody. I don't think anybody had them making a college playoff. They were ranked for about like 2 minutes.
How about the money that's generated for Colorado
Nobody's
football?
going to talk about that part. Nobody's going to talk about how Boulder, Colorado was a cesspool just 365 days ago. Nobody's going to say that. But in one weekend, Deion Sanders essentially made his contract for the entire city in one weekend. Nobody's going to talk about the big picture.
But Goose, we're not talking about that. We're talking about wins and losses on the field and him controlling his players and actually being, focused and
Sure. That's a thing. But we're not in that locker room. Nobody. Only people in that locker room is Deion Sanders, his coaches, and those 80, 90, 100 scholarship players he got. Those are the only ones that can attest to that. We can't. We can only assume. And I've seen a whole lot of assuming on social media. Nobody really knows, bro. Nobody really knows.
Are his players disciplined enough? Do you see too many antics on the field by just...
I don't necessarily see antics on the field. I mean, you had the little watch incident with Shador. But outside of that, I mean, you got somebody like Travis Hunter who was basically headhunted, had a lacerated liver, And he ended up shaking hands and putting the dude on his social media. Now everybody knows who he is.
Well,
Because nobody knew who that dude from Colorado State was before that happened.
Well, they got Travis, in the last game, basically, pushing somebody out of bounds, 5, 10, 15 yards, just
Yeah, we said we
no discipline is what they're saying.
Oh, come on, man. That ain't the first time, won't be the last time we see something like that. It just won't. Now, the head hunting, playing through a play and actually head hunting someone to physically harm them after the whistle, two totally different things. I played this game at a pretty decent level. I'm just a JUCO guy, but I played college football. A lot of people can't say that. And we saw that stuff. These dudes are bigger, faster, stronger. Things like that are occasionally going to happen. But when you, in your mind, make up, I'm getting ready to hurt this dude off the field of play, because that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
That's something totally different than playing through a play. Not the same thing.
So what would make this year or the Colorado experience a success is if they go into the portal and they actually improve their offensive, defensive line and just their overall play. Tackling was a big
Tackling
deal.
was huge for them. They just couldn't do it.
They couldn't do it. How many more games do you think that they would need to win next year? Let's just say they finish the season with 5 games, only won.
You talking about next year?
This year.
Well, their season's done.
It was done,
They're
right?
done.
So
They're
let's
done.
just say next year.
4-7.
4-7.
They ended up.
So let's just say next year they go, how many more games do they need to go over 4 in order for this to be like, a success?
If they win 6 games next year and make a bowl in his second full year at coaching in the Pac-12, a Power 5 conference, that's a success.
Because I seen 3 games this year that went down to the wire.
Oh, they should have beat Stanford. They had them 30-0 at halftime.
and they
That's
could have,
one that
and they
immediately
could
comes to
have
mind.
won that USC game.
Yes, they spotted them 21 and end up losing by a touchdown.
That's 6 right there.
That's your bowl. There's your bowl eligibility right there in 2 games.
And now we're not having this conversation.
We're not even talking
about all who was on the sideline. Or,
Not having any of that conversation. They'd be playing in the Pinstripe Bowl in the Bronx, and we wouldn't be talking.
so right now, UNLV 21, Air Force 27.
They were
this is in
just
the mid
they were
third
just
quarter.
down 24-7 too.
Yeah.
Literally just down when we were out in the parking lot.
Look, y'all, UNLV football is real.
And that receiver they got is special too.
Y'all need to go out there and support UNLV football.
Yep.
Number 1, Georgia in the third quarter is playing number 18, Tennessee. 31-7, Georgia has that lead and the ball. Illinois is leading that game at number 16, ranked number 16, Iowa, 10-9 in that game. Number 19, Notre Dame, 31-7 in the middle of the third quarter. And in this good game, North Carolina, number 20, North Carolina up against Clemson, 7-14 Clemson right now.
Senior day out there in Death Valley. Oh, flag on UNLV.
Flag on UNLV.
They calling the touchdown back. That would have given them the lead right there.
Number 2, Ohio State, 27-0, top of the third against Minnesota. Ohio has that lead and the ball right now. Number 6, Oregon, 42
Yeah. Boat racing ASU.
to 0, Arizona
Killing
State
ASU.
at halftime.
Yeah. Call off the dogs, man. It's
Please call the dogs
It's
off.
over, bro.
And number 3, Michigan, 31-24 final over Maryland. I was asked by
That score actually looks better than it actually was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was a.
I was asked by Tara Lynn, what is the difference of what happened to Coach Harbaugh? Like, why are they so mad that he was, the whole plays or stealing signs?
right.
She said, because I was watching an NFL game, and whoever the announcer was, he actually called the play that the team was running right before it happened. She said, so what's the difference? What's
Tony
the
Romo does it every week.
Every
Y'all
single
not
play.
paying attention.
Every
play
play.
he calls it out. You don't have to have signs.
And so I asked her, I said,
It's
was it Tony
situational
Romo?
football.
She said, no, it was somebody else. I said, they do that all the time.
They do it all the time.
She said, so
Collinsworth
what's the
does
difference?
that.
I know what's getting ready to be ran because I've been in this situation before. Why are we making a big stink of this, bro? Sign stealing? Really? Half the time, those signs don't even mean a damn thing. That
I
is
know
a
this one do.
decoy. This one does. Most of the time, those signs mean absolutely nothing. Nothing. What are we really talking about?
But they suspended him 3 games.
3
and then
games
the
for it, bro.
NCAA gave him 3 more.
Crazy. Unreal. Unreal stuff, man. He accepted the 3-game suspension. They're not gonna lose. They'll end up playing Ohio State for the Big Ten title. And we'll see him in the college playoff. But I don't understand that, bro. I don't understand that. It's about tendencies. It has nothing to do with this cardboard that somebody is holding up with a picture of, I don't know, Gwen Stefani on it or something. I don't know. It has nothing to do with that.
They stole our Omaha. Every time I say it, they know
Man,
exactly what it
please.
is.
Come on, man. UNLV scores the go-ahead touchdown, man. No flags on the field. But come on, bro.
Yeah, man, it's pretty asinine.
Gosh, this is ridiculous, bro.
So they're gonna have to change that. Put something in place for that
sign
rule.
stealing. Really, is this the first time someone has been
No,
suspended
bro.
for that? I
I
haven't
think-
seen that before. It could have happened and it just ran past me. I don't know, but I think I watch enough sports and in sports news enough to know that if something like that had happened before.
It's tragic.
And I don't remember it.
But they still don't even know if Harbaugh was the one.
Come on, bro.
There's so many coaches in football, right?
Come on, man.
So
You got
many
10,
other
15
people
coaches on the
going
sideline.
Maybe he should have paid, and it would have been all forgiven, like Diddy did.
Oh boy.
Number 8, Alabama 66 against Chattanooga 10 in that final.
Yes.
Why? Why, bro?
Come on, man.
They could have had Chattanooga play CSN, and it would have been a better
Probably
game.
would have been a better game.
Number
I don't
10,
think CSN got a
Louisville
team.
almost gets upset by my Miami Hurricanes.
That wouldn't have been an upset.
I was really pulling for my Hurricanes to
yeah.
get this win just so I could go on the page and say something. But yeah, it's pretty bad over in Miami right now. But
I think it's improving though.
It is.
It
I
started
mean-
out great.
I mean, not a lot of teams can really get back to any type
That
of prominence.
level, right.
Especially after you've been handed the death sentence.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's
It's a little
tough, bro.
It's a tough.
I ain't trying to bring up old stuff.
They handed that to Miami. That
That's
was a
wrong.
stiffy, bro.
That's wrong,
That was
bro.
a stiffy. You got to understand what type of level Miami was at, though.
Bro.
Like they were at a level, bro. I think they were interviewing Greg Olson, and he ran down that 2001
He's a U
roster.
alum.
And when you hear these names that he ran down, it really boggles your mind, bro. Like the backup names that he ran off. Like these people were backups. Do you understand these people were backups to
And was solid NFL career.
killers in the NFL? Yeah, man, they stuck it to the U real hard, bro. They did.
That's tragic.
They did.
Florida had some killers in the NFL too.
Oh, yeah. They did. Still do.
Well, not anymore.
No. Rest in peace.
Went over
It's
your
tragic. I know.
Rest in
It's tragic.
That's tough.
I
That's
wasn't
tough.
trying to.
I should not be laughing.
I
at
wasn't
that.
trying to,
I should not be laughing.
I wasn't
at that.
trying to.
Nope. You didn't hear that.
Well, I mean, they never found the body. That's what I heard. Rutgers played against number 12 Penn State. 27-6 Penn State. I don't want to hear nothing about Penn State football. Remember their football coach Joe, who kind of led a lot of.
Joe Pa. My college O-line coach.
And you want to
played
talk
for him.
about somebody who should have gotten a death penalty? It should have
Well,
been Penn State.
Well, he did.
I'm talking about the
was almost
football
dead.
program.
He was almost dead when he came out.
He was. When and that just sent him over the edge.
I'm
I
talking
think
about
that
the
really-
football program,
Well,
man.
they I don't think they got it
No, they
for that
didn't.
length of time.
No, they should still be.
They probably
bowl
should
ineligible.
still
That's
be
what I'm
bowl.
saying.
They
They
should have
shouldn't be
lost their
bowl
football
eligible right
program.
That's
now.
what I'm saying.
They shouldn't be bowl eligible right now to this day, and that happened 10 years ago.
Yes.
We looking at? That was
Well,
like 10 years ago,
when
right?
it came out, yeah.
Yeah, when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was happening in the 70s.
That's
dog.
tragic.
Yeah.
But nobody want to talk about that,
That's
though.
scary.
No, they're raping those boys
That's
for a
scary
while.
to know that was happening in like the late 70s, early 80s. Think about that.
Taking advantage of little boys. See what money can do in this country. And I guess
Wowza.
everybody's on the board with it.
Wow.
And they
Yikes.
They were all still coaching, too.
All of them. That's tough.
Recruiting boys in the high school locker showers.
I guess money do run the world, huh?
Oh. Cash
I
rules
heard girls run the
everything
world.
around me. Cream.
Get the money.
Get the money.
Dollar
Dollar
bill.
bill, y'all.
Yikes.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Number 13, Ole Miss against UL Monroe. 35-3, Ole Miss in that game.
Yeah, Louisiana Monroe ain't going.
BYU loses a close one to Oklahoma. 31-24. Once again, big ups to senior Eddie Hecker, my cousin over there, man.
Last ball game, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now off to
Now off to get
bigger
ready.
and better things. Get ready
Get
for
ready
that
the
draft.
combine, man.
Yeah.
Get ready. Your life starts now.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah,
I
true
love
story.
it. And he deserves everything that's coming
man.
towards him.
Absolutely.
Tulane against FAU. Tulane 24-8 in that game. And number 4, Florida State up against North Alabama later on today.
3:30 Eastern time or 3:30 Pacific Coast time.
Yeah. Number 5, Washington against Oregon State later.
Yeah.
Unranked Florida against number 9, Missouri later. Number 7, Texas up against unranked Iowa State. Number 13, LSU up against Georgia State later. And Kansas State and Kansas are playing later on within the next hour.
Yeah.
So that is your college football. And right now, it is 28 UNLV, Air Force 27, with the third quarter coming to an end. So this one is going to be a good game. It's going to be a good one. Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio. This is what we do. We give you guys the best of Sports Talk Radio with your guy Dre Bailey.
Nicholas Thomas.
This is what we do. Little NBA.
Yeah, man. This we can definitely talk about the elephant in the room, but I want to get this out of the way first. This play-in tournament and the fact that they know those games are on Tuesdays and Fridays. You know it's the play-in tournament because the court's different. Attitudes definitely change.
It's a
during
playoff.
those
It's a
playoff-
playoff
during those-
atmosphere.
It's definitely a play.
Lakers really trying to win this
They
play.
really trying to win. They really trying to
They
win this
play
tournament, bro.
So different on Tuesdays and
Totally
Fridays.
different, bro. It's not even close.
And that is what the NBA was aiming to do, was get the players to be more competitive during the regular season and not just waiting until the playoffs, because a lot of these teams won't make the playoffs.
No.
But you're seeing some of their playoff pedigree
Yes.
in the play-in tournament, and that's exactly why the NBA wanted to do this. And I'm a fan. I've been a
love it.
fan for since day one, and I was like, you know what? This is going to get teams like Charlotte and all these teams who may not make the playoffs. Let's see how their
Let's see it.
playoff pedigree
I wanna
is
see it.
early.
I want to see how
And
they
they
play.
playing hard,
They
bro.
are balling. I mean, I watched a little bit of the Spurs Kings game,
Oof.
and Spurs came out like bottle rockets.
Kings
bro.
going to be a tough out.
I was just gonna say that. We saw a glimpse of it last year.
Ooh.
The Kings could be a real problem come playoff time. And I'm not even joking. I'm not laughing when I say this. That team is a Western Conference final team.
I was just for to say that.
Swear on my life they are.
could actually challenge
They can
Denver
challenge
in
that.
the Western Conference. If it's Denver
If
or
it's-
whoever it is.
brother, they can challenge that. They're good. That is a really good basketball team over there.
And they're well coached.
Oh man, bro, they're scary. That's and look, my De'Aaron Fox woes still linger from that draft with him and Lonzo Ball.
Shame on you, Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
He would have got traded to New Orleans anyways for Anthony Davis.
No, he wouldn't have.
Yeah, he would.
They would not have given up
know
on
about
him.
that,
Nope.
They would have
Not the way he's been playing.
It
I wouldn't have made that. I wouldn't have made that
They
trade.
would
then.
have had
It
to.
sounds good,
But
Quan.
they could have drafted him and Jason Tatum back-to-back years.
Oh man, I'm gonna throw this
Could
water
you
at you,
imagine
bro.
De'Aaron
Don't,
Fox
don't
and
do
Jason
that.
Tatum?
Don't do that. Don't
And
do
LeBron
this to
James?
me.
I don't think LeBron. I'm not
Yes,
sure
he
if
would've.
LeBron goes there.
Yeah, he probably would.
Don't do this to me.
De'Aaron Fox and Jason Tatum.
Tragic.
I shouldn't even brought that up.
Well. Philly's playing good.
Philly's playing well. Yes, they are. Maxey is who we've grown to love.
Yep.
He is who he is. Kind of reminds me of a no, I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say Jay Crossover. Scoring wise, yes, but he can't handle the rock like that.
Yeah, he can't handle the rock.
He
like
can't
that.
handle the rock like Jay Crossover can, man.
He's good
Jay
though,
Crossover. He's really
and he's
good.
fast.
Extremely. And not scared to shoot the basketball
No, he's not.
at all.
So Russell Westbrook said that he is okay with coming off the bench, something that he
Should be.
He suggested, but he wasn't so willing to do that when the Lakers wanted him to come off the bench. I thought he had a whole attitude, but then somebody said, "Well, why would you have him coming off the bench for Pat Beverly?" Come on, bro.
Why not? Why not? He's going to finish the game anyway. Why not? Come in, get a second unit, some life. Be the guy.
James Harden and the Clippers got their first win
God bless
since
him.
he's been there.
God bless him.
They said that this is a turning point.
Ooh, is it? Turning where? Where? You making a left on Kerry and Donna? Where you
It
Where
turned from
you
a
turning?
0 wins with him to a
you-
1.
Where are you turning to? You turn it. You making that left? Going to the block? Kerry and Donna? No. I need to know. I need to know where you're turning, because you're still the Clippers. Understand that. Know that. Accept that. You're still the Clippers. Please understand that. You are who everyone believes you are, and you've done nothing but show us that. So, turning point? Nah, I believe it when I see it. I'm not convinced of any turning points when it comes to the Los Angeles
No.
Clippers. No, not at all.
Are you a believer that the Denver Nuggets could really go back?
Absolutely. Total believer
They're a
of it.
good team, man.
Total, they're a great team.
Ooh, that chemistry.
Joker just had 20 assists the other night.
20 assists.
He was 30, 18, and 19 or 20.
Bruh.
Come on, man. Is he the point guard? Because
I can't tell.
only point guards put up assist numbers like that.
Well, he's not going to go down as all
he
time
won't
great
be
Clipper.
listed as the, okay. Because he's not listed.
He's not listed.
Okay.
Is
Tough.
LeBron James a point guard? Because he's
Tough.
not listed.
He's the playmaker.
Speaking of that, the Golden State Warriors.
Perfect segue. Choke heard round the world. Latrell Sprewell would be elated.
Wiggins will step
Oh,
Here we go, y'all.
let's get it.
Look at it. Look at these two.
Look at
Goofball.
this. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, I can't score 20. Might as well start a fight.
That part. And here come Choke Daddy.
You've got a full-on fracas going on.
For what? Frankincense face hit? You know what?
This got out of hand very quickly.
Draymond Green with his antics, who just recently got suspended from the last game or kicked out the last game.
He loves being suspended. He loves taking time off.
He really does. Every year in the beginning of the season, he sits out at least
They
15,
said
20
every
games.
time Steph misses a game, he gets kicked out of like 8 of the last 10 games.
Nah, that
that
was
Steph
the
misses.
first quarter. Not even 2 minutes in, bro.
0-0, and 3 people got ejected.
Hey, Clay, man, start this fight real quick, man. I got something for
Look
you.
at these two right here. Highlight on it. Look, first off, Clay started
Yeah,
it, grabbing
Clay
them
started
all
the
in his
whole
chest.
thing.
Look at him. But he just got manhandled by McDaniels. McDaniels about to put them paws on.
No.
Then people tried to say that Rudy Gobert
No,
was
he
choking
didn't, bro.
Klay Thompson. That wasn't happening.
Lacey Dunn said that too. She said, "Well, Clay was. I mean,
No. Stop
Rudy
with the still
was,
photos, guys.
I have a question for you guys, though.
Yeah.
If I choke you, if I come from behind and start choking you, are you just throwing your hands up like this?
bruh.
As a grown man, are you just throwing your hands up if somebody's behind you choking you?
No. No. I'm gonna bite
Like Rudy didn't do nothing.
I'm gonna bite the piss out
Rudy.
you, man.
Rudy was trying to break up the fight, but like Steve Kerr said, I don't care if you're trying to break up the fight. You don't put your hands on the other player first. That's a rule of thumb.
Right.
First off, Rudy is not cut from that cloth like that.
not a
He
fighter.
was just trying to break up the fight. He didn't care whether he was grabbing his teammate or not. And then you have other Golden State Warriors who were in the vicinity. Why did Draymond Green have to come from the stands?
He went from 60. He came from 60 feet away. And there was people right there.
To me, it should have been more of a 5-game suspension, a big one of the biggest fines in NBA history. You got to start hitting.
Oh, man.
He jumped to grab his neck. Come on, bro. And look at Karl Anthony Towns. You should be choking him.
Oh God. Oh God.
I think I could fight Cat and win. That dude looked so weak
It's
trying to pull
tragic.
him off.
It's tragic.
He looked terrible, man. But no.
But
There's
then-
two sides.
But then you get people say, "Oh, I like what Draymond did. He should have did that." And blah, you know,
I was gonna say that.
I need
it's
all
two
of the
sides.
Facebook tough guys to shut up, because if it was you,
Right.
stop it.
It's-
I mean, aren't you guys happy he wasn't his own teammate this time?
that's a thing.
He's maturing.
That's a thing.
My thing is this, and this is no hate towards Draymond, and I'll let you give your two things out. Draymond is allowed to talk crap to the refs, get away with a lot of these antics that he does all the time. This has become part of who he is, a culture
It's his cloth.
surrounding him now.
It's his cloth.
You have to start hitting this dude in his pocket harder and suspending him longer in order for him to actually get it. Because right now, he still feels he can do whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got people who don't even play the game, haven't even made a high school team, condoning the foolery. I don't understand it.
Right. I think where we're coming down on Draymond Green, and rightfully so, is because he's a repeat offender. And with that, the criticisms are rightful. Now, let's just say it's us three on an NBA team. You get in a scuffle. I see you in a scuffle. I'm gonna run from the other end of the court and help you, just like Draymond did for his teammate.
Okay.
Now, again, what's happening is Draymond Green is a repeat offender. And he's, like you said, to your point, he's been allowed to get away with so much on the basketball court that hasn't been checked. When something finally does get checked, the folks that have been up in arms about him not getting checked, check him even more.
So, Goose, I'm
10 games.
gonna tell you this, Goose. If you ever see me get into a scuffle, I don't need your help unless I'm losing or being jumped.
He might have been loose.
But that's the thing too. We know how NBA fights go. Draymond knows
Yeah,
how NBA
yeah,
fights
of
go. You
course,
don't. No
of
one
course.
puts someone in a chokehold like that and keeps dragging them.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even the
That
one.
was excessive.
He
His
wasn't even
coach
the one
even
on,
said it was
on Clay
excessive.
like
it
that.
was.
Yeah.
It was a bit excessive. It was. But I mean, to the main point, and I know that we're getting on Draymond because he's Draymond. But if that's anybody else, if Chris Paul had done that, or if Kevin Durant had done that, I don't think we'd be really up in arms about it, because those dudes aren't known for that.
That part.
The fact that Draymond is known for that,
A repeat offender.
it's going to escalate, man. And I think people, especially Golden State Warrior fans that are real sensitive to this, and we got a few on the page that are really, really sensitive to this, don't be. Just understand who
Sensitive.
your guy is. Understand who your guy is.
You need
Y'all
a
know who
man
he is, though.
But it was a full chokehold.
It's not
too.
even
So
like
I think if it was any other player, you still look at it. Obviously, it's looked at different because it's Draymond. But I still think any player that puts someone in a chokehold like that and keeps it on,
Come on,
and
bro.
drags them, you're looking at any player like that and getting at least 2 games suspension.
At
yeah,
least.
but I don't think it's being looked at with the vitriol or with the malice that it's being looked at when it comes to Draymond Green. I understand your point. I totally understand your point. The act itself is egregious. We can all agree on that. But I think it's being looked at even harsher because it's Draymond Green.
And because he hasn't learned his lesson
And he hasn't learned
the
his
last
lesson.
10 years.
Absolutely. He's been doing it.
Kicking people in the nuts,
I mean, it's a lot.
punching teammates.
It's a lot. So that's just my perspective on it. You got to sit down for 5 games, big dog.
You got to sit down.
You got to sit down.
And I don't think he minds because
Nah,
he was going to
doesn't. He was
figure
gonna
out
get
a
that
way.
rest.
Yeah, it's November.
Yeah.
He was going to figure out a way
Yeah.
to do that anyway.
Yeah. This is the way of not sitting out for rest or, what is it called?
Load
again?
management.
Load management. Well,
This is
Bradley
load
Beal is
management.
out for another 3 to
Oh,
5
like
games.
now that's load management, bro. That's load management. Because didn't he come back like for 2
Well,
seconds?
you got to understand, so many people that don't watch the Wizards when they got Bradley Beal, when Phoenix got Bradley Beal,
He was always
was
hurt.
always- already hurt.
he's been hurt the last
He's been
3
hurt.
years.
He's been hurt.
Like he's missed multiple games the
I
last
want to talk
3
about
years.
somebody taking money. I want to know who's a better money grabber, him or Chandler Parsons. Ooh.
Well, I'm gonna give the edge to Chandler Parsons because I mean Bradley Beal is just a better basketball player, so I'll give the edge to.
Well,
Chandler
I mean,
Parsons.
Booker finally came back, but he'll probably play 2 more games and go back on the
He'll
IR.
probably be out as well.
It's just, I still see load management.
Yeah, they're gonna find a way. That what is it? 65 games. They want you to play if you were to be eligible for.
Yeah.
I mean, people are gonna find a way.
So
Man.
the 2 hottest teams, in my opinion, on the West, hottest teams right now are the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are
Yes,
playing
very, very exceptional
very
basketball right now.
exceptional basketball, and
Love
the
Anthony
Sacramento
Edwards, bro.
Kings.
Love Anthony Edwards, bro.
Yeah, man.
I really likes that. I love his maturation, bro. I
And
really
see, he
do.
was just going at it with Draymond Green too, because he was dogging them that
some
game.
folks that you just know not gonna back down.
He ain't
And
one of them.
Anthony Edwards is not the one. That's
Where's he
gonna
from? I know he
tuck
went
his
to
tail.
Georgia.
He went to Georgia. I want to say he's from the South. I don't know exactly where
Yeah.
he's from though. I don't know, but he went to Georgia.
Yeah.
Yep. Anthony
And
Edwards,
don't sleep
man.
on OKC, man.
Mm.
They're
Oh, look,
OKC is a
we,
sleeper.
We've talked about the Oklahoma City Thunder at this
Shea
desk ad
Alexander.
nauseam, though. That's a young team.
Giddy,
When they
Chet
figure out how to win,
Holmgren, yeah.
just figure it out. Like, figure out how to close games out.
Jalen.
They
Boy,
got a squad over
and they
there,
still
bro.
got like 13 first-round draft picks from all these trades.
And who's their GM?
That's ridiculous.
Smartest man in the world.
Sam Presti,
Presti.
bro. Sam freaking Presti, bro.
Boy, Preston.
Unbelievable.
That's good, man.
Unreal. Josh Giddey, man, he's low key one of my favorite guys in the league.
Yeah.
I love Josh Giddey.
Yeah.
I love his game, bro.
I like him too.
I love his game.
They're,
Absolutely.
they're on a
man.
3-game winning streak, and they're fourth place right now in the West.
I love Josh Giddey.
Minnesota.
They got
I
a
mean, not
squad
Minnesota.
over
Memphis is really struggling.
It's a tragedy over there, man. And
They may look to try to get rid of their head coach, and I don't think it's his fault.
it's not. It's not his fault. Ja Morant pulls out guns on Instagram. That's not his fault.
And Steven Adams out for the year.
Steven Adams out for the year. Come on, what can you do? All you can do is take the guys that you have.
You know he's gonna be the scapegoat, though.
Well, you get Marcus Smart to kind of shore up some toughness and some defense.
Well,
and another
he's out.
3-and-D
He's
guy.
out a little bit with a little ankle injury.
And-
Yeah, they don't have a shot without Ja Morant.
None. Zero. Marcus
Literally.
Smart is not that. Literally. Don't have
that
a
one-
shot. Now that one. None of y'all on the feed got that. Guarantee you.
They
Wow.
don't. They don't.
They don't have a chance.
The Pelicans are pulling it together. There were some comments made by Zion saying that this may not be a long time, a place that he wants to kind of be long term.
Tired of the beignets and the alligator
Well, first off,
kebabs,
we
huh?
need you to finish the season strong with 80% of your games played, sir.
Yeah, at least that. If you can play 70,
You can't give up on your team and you barely even play for your team. What are we talking
he
about?
hasn't had one long-term season yet.
Yeah, play 70 games.
Play 60.
CJ McCollum's still out with the what he had, a collapsed lung.
Collapse long.
Yeah.
So he's still out. It's going to be a while before he gets back. But, you know, I don't know. This NBA season is going to be very interesting, just like this play-in tournament. And it's just really unpredictable right now because you have a lot of teams that are really playing some good basketball.
Sure.
LaMelo Ball is playing some good basketball. They're making him cover up his LF tattoo on his neck.
What does LF stand for? I don't even know.
That's his initials, but it's his brand now too.
Yeah.
So you can't have a brand, but it's like that's his initials though. But I think it's the logo for his clothing brand or shoe brand or whatever.
You making me cover that up. I can do what I want.
Yeah. You can't, in NBA rules, you can't have
wasn't it J.R. Smith
tattoos
that
of
got
branding.
Supreme on him,
Yeah.
and he got paid by Supreme to do it,
Yeah.
and they
He had
made
to
him
cover
it up.
Yeah.
But if you're,
But then you
if
had
it's your
Deshaun
initials,
Stevenson with a whole $100 bill on his neck.
So if I go and tat Wish across my
You can't.
neck,
you gotta
that's
cover it
but
up.
that's an NBA. That's an NBA.
Don't matter.
What if I get the Jordan? What if I already had the Jordan thing tatted on me? I got to cover
I
it up.
do
to
see
Jordan?
people with the Jordan brand.
Yeah.
all the time. It's everywhere.
But that is the sponsor of the NBA.
Yes.
Full NBA though. It's not a sponsor of one team. Nike and Jordan brand are sponsor of the whole NBA.
Yeah, they're, you know.
Because Wish was only when Lakers had Wish on
Right,
their jersey.
right,
that was
right.
only for the Lakers,
Right.
and they got rid of that and you got something else now. But
Wow. Oh boy.
What if he had DD's from the discount store? DD's discounts. Come on, man. Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk Radio. This is what we do. We give you guys the best of sport
Oh God.
talk radio. Please, please, please keep sharing the live feed, and then also continue to watch the NBA because you're going to see a lot of really good basketball. And then that play-in tournament is here in Vegas.
Yes.
I mean, we got to have
Championship game right
Carol.
here.
We got to have Carol back on the show.
Absolutely.
She reached out to my son as far as being one of the veteran ball boys for that tournament. I think that's dope.
Dope.
Can we get some tickets this time, please, Carol?
Yeah, come on, Carol. Come through, Carol. That'd be gigantic. Joe Burrow out for the
Yes.
year.
NFL
Wrist.
done. Got paid though.
Well, yeah, he got his chips, but he hasn't remained healthy the last 2 or 3 seasons.
could have happened 3 weeks sooner.
Right, huh? They dog walked us, man. That was just what it was.
Joe Burrow was healthy all season for one game,
Right.
and it happened to be against the 49ers.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Joe Burrow done for the year.
Was he hurt
What-
just
what
throwing
is-
the ball?
Yeah, he went. They showed him on the sideline when he went to throw it. The ball just completely came out of his hand, and he was just
Wrist surgery
like
now.
it collapsed.
Yeah,
like his
tore a ligament, but
his
it
hand
was-
collapsed, bro.
That's kind of like what happened to Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas said after they lost, I think that second time or first time to the Bulls, that he went in the offseason and he said he was trying to put up 2,000 to 3,000 shots a day.
Wow.
Just pop,
Wow.
pop, just
Wow.
putting up his shot. Then all of a sudden, his wrist,
Mm.
it just, he
Ow.
said he went to the doctor and they said, you basically, like a knee, you blew your wrist out.
Wow. I've done that. She lived
Fellas.
out of town.
Hey man,
Fellas.
She lived out of town.
any-
Fellas, we have to take care of our wrists.
Take
So
care of
be
your wrist,
careful
man.
The type of activities you do that would
Please.
blow your wrist
It
out.
could damage your ligaments, man. Switch hands every now and again,
At
man. You got to be
least, man.
ambidextrous, man.
At least.
You know?
So yeah, he's
Wow.
done.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
The Bengals
I
done.
don't know.
I mean, they're done.
They're back up, man. The cat out of Washington.
Yeah, they're done.
Mobile, decent, but
They're
he
done.
He ain't Joey B though.
They're done.
He's not Joey
They
B.
stand no chance without Cool Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, they
It's
were
gonna be
already
tough.
in trouble with him
They were
of
in
missing the
trouble with him,
playoffs.
yeah.
I
They
mean, they're
were in
5 and
trouble
5
with
right
him.
now, so it's not.
They
They're
were in
not
trouble with
yeah.
him.
It's over.
Yeah, it could go downhill real quick.
Chase needs to go ahead and sit out.
Deshaun Watson's done.
Done.
See, they
Shoulder.
still have a chance, though, because they're D.
Yeah, that defense is special.
Pause.
I mean,
Because of their D.
why
and then you
pause
said-
it? Why pause
no,
it now? I
he
mean,
said, because of their D, you said their D is special. It's all pause at this moment.
Torn ligament in the wrist.
Yeah. And then we have Kenny Pickett over in Pittsburgh.
is that D special? I think it is.
I don't
It's
want to talk
keeping you
about
in
the
play.
D.
It's keeping you in playoff contention right
Well,
now.
that's good. The D is always going to do what it do.
Yes, it is.
Unpause.
Unpause. Unpause.
I'm going to make it do what it do, baby.
Make it do what it do. Yeah, man. At this stage in the season, we're about 3/4 of the way through, roughly.
Belichick keeps his job next year in New
No,
England?
they're not going to fire him.
Because where's Felicia Fayette? Because, I don't hear nobody
Boy,
talking about the
I
Patriots
ain't seen no
at home making
Patriots
Krabby
post.
Patties. I think it's another Krabby Patty post for me now.
It's about that time. We got to bring her back.
Yeah.
We got to bring her back.
gotta bring her
Krabby
back.
Patty, the only thing bring her back, bro. Got to tag her up real good, man. It's getting warm. It's getting cold outside, man. It's Krabby Patty season right now, man. We got to get you back, Felicia. It is Krabby Patty season right now.
That's tragic.
Yeah, man.
You think they're done with him?
Belichick owns. Robert Kraft ain't gonna fire that dude.
Robert Kraft needs to look himself in the mirror, stop hanging with Meek Mill, and go
He's
and
not gonna
tell
fire
Belichick it's time that New England is
He's not
just
gonna
look
fire.
towards something new.
I think we put too much stock in Mac Jones. Came out of Bama.
That too.
I think that happened.
But then a lot of times, I don't think that we're giving Belichick fair review because a lot of his coaches that helped during those runs, they all left.
They're going. Well, Josh McDaniels will be back in no time flat. We'll see about that.
It's tragic.
He'll make a spot for Josh McDaniels. You better believe it. Better believe that's his guy. You better believe it.
It's tragic.
Speaking of people that may have hit a wall, Josh Allen. Josh Allen don't look as good as
I like Josh Allen
Of
still.
course, I know you like him, but he got to get this work. Josh got to get this work, man.
When he's leading the league in
He
interceptions,
got to get this work, Dre.
I still see them winning the AFC?
AFC East. I don't know if they're gonna get out of their division.
I think
I
they'll
like
be all right.
Miami.
I think they'll be all right.
It's gonna be tough.
I think they're going to
man.
pull it through in the end.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Josh
tough.
Allen.
Not if he keep turning the ball over.
Old Josh Allen.
Not if he keep turning the rock over,
Well,
bro.
I'm going to
I
tell you
don't
this.
know.
They shouldn't have fired Ken Dorsey because of it.
Now,
But what you going to do,
I'm
bench
with you
Josh
there.
Allen?
I'm with you there.
You going to bench Josh Allen, though?
No, he's not going to get benched, but I'm with you on that because Ken Dorsey wasn't the one out there turning the ball over. But that speaks to my point that I'm trying to make.
So what are you going to do?
I don't
He
know.
can look. I want you, he can
like
get
this
the
is something
work.
that I really don't have the answer to. Like
He can get the work,
yeah, he got to get this work though.
right? But who are you going to put in for him?
You're not. You're not. You're not.
Because I'll take him over Pickett.
Well, of course you will.
I'm pretty sure you'd take him over Purdy.
Not for that system, no.
Man, stop.
Not for the system.
Stop.
In
Stop.
general,
Stop.
In general, yes.
Quan.
In general,
In general, would
in
you take-
general, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm not gonna for the system, no. But in general, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's
You wouldn't
not-
wouldn't take Josh
that's
Allen right over
no-brainer.
Purdy?
That's no brainer. Not for that
Over
system.
Purdy?
Not for the system. In general, yes.
49er fan- 49er
is he a
fans,
better
y'all need to
quarterback?
stop.
If you asking me, is he a better quarterback than Brock Purdy? Yes, he is. Yes,
I'll trade him right now.
he's a better quarterback than Brock Purdy.
But for the system.
He would
For the
fit.
system?
He would fit in the system.
And not turning the ball over. The
He wouldn't be turning the ball over if he had this system, though.
The system is
He got a
predicated
lot of-
on not doing it.
Got some better players.
System is predicated on him not doing it. He is who he is.
What weapons does he have? He has one weapon in Buffalo. He'd have a lot more.
You got Diggs.
You got,
That's
you
what I'm
got,
saying.
you
That's
got
one
Gabriel
weapon.
over there. You got Gabe Davis. You got James Cook in the backfield. We look, we sat and had this conversation about their run game. and they did nothing about it. That's not my fault
the problem.
anymore.
That's
I'm
the
not
problem,
getting
they
ready
don't
to.
run.
But even when they got the backs, they don't run it.
Yeah, no, that's the problem. They
So that-
definitely don't run.
So
That's coaching right there.
so what are we saying?
So that's what I'm saying. If Josh Allen was in,
So maybe
our
that's why Ken
system-
Dorsey got fired, because he doesn't run the football. Boom, we figured it out.
There,
We figured it out.
shouldn't the head coach get fired too? He will if they
Because he was a
keep
Ken
playing
Dorsey
like this.
guy. I mean, he was the head coach's guy. Head coach brought him in.
Sam Stewart said, "Can we talk about
Dak's
Dak
MVP.
Prescott being the MVP?"
No,
What?
no.
Who? What?
You
Why
got the
and
wrong
where?
show. Wrong show.
No, it's the wrong show.
Wrong show.
Yeah, it's not a Dallas Cowboys exclusive. He's been playing
MVP
well
of what?
as of late.
The Cowboys?
MVP, the fact that he hasn't led the league in interceptions
He's not the
this
best player
year.
on his team. CeeDee Lamb is right now. So what MVP conversation is he coming up in if CeeDee Lamb's not in it?
Who do they play tomorrow?
No,
I
Dak
don't know.
Prescott.
Let's go to
I can name some other guys that'll be in that MVP conversation long before Dak Prescott. He's
right.
playing well though. He is. He has been playing well.
He's
As
going
of
to throw
late.
3 picks tomorrow to the Panthers.
and
lose.
all that will go to shit. It will.
Steelers at Browns. Who you got?
Hey, that's a little tough, man. Give me the Browns.
I'm gonna go Steelers on the road.
Okay. All right. Look, these division games,
You know this
we
is the
know
only,
how highly contested they
you know
are,
this
bro.
is
It's
only the
not-
second week I picked my Steelers.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, you've been going against the grain here a lot.
And watch me lose. Both of them 6-3. Cardinals at Texans. That is going to be a game with
I like
the two tiny quarterbacks.
I like the Texans.
Like the Texans
I like
at
the
home.
Texans. Yeah.
I like the Texans
Rico
too.
Ryans is coaching them boys up, man. And you got the rookie of the year right there.
I'm gonna go Texans at home too.
Yeah.
Titans at Jaguars.
I think the Jags bounce back. They got their domes beat in last
Yeah,
week.
they did.
Yeah. At home.
I'm gonna go Jags
I
too.
think they bounce back.
Jags at home. Raiders at Dolphins.
Dolphins.
I'm gonna go Dolphins
They're
also.
going to get ramrodded, Raiders.
Cowboys at Panthers. I'm gonna go Cowboys.
Cowboys should
with
win
us.
that game. Panthers won one football game all year.
Cowboys are being really, really underrated as far as not being, really spoken upon. I mean, they're 6-3.
Solid record.
Look at their schedule.
They
It's a
played,
schedule thing.
when you play the Giants twice.
It's a schedule
It's a
thing.
little tough, man. I know you play the people on your schedule, the people in your division. I
tragic.
get it, but we need you to beat
It's
somebody
tragic.
else.
But they've lost to the good teams.
We need you to beat somebody else, man.
Only 3 times, and they only play 3 good teams.
Well, 2 of those 6 wins are from the Giants. Now go from there.
Now they're 4-3.
Go from there.
4-2.
Go from there.
49er fans going hard to paint on
No,
them.
that's just being a football fan. That's just recognizing football. You played the Giants. Hell, we played them. But nobody's
Blew 'em
looking
out,
to that win. Nobody cares
It's
about the
tragic.
Giants, man.
They lost to the Cardinals.
That happened.
I mean, y'all had a 4-game losing streak. Let's not go
3.
there.
Three.
Let's not go there.
3 good teams.
3 really good teams.
What that mean?
500 teams.
So y'all should lose to good teams, or you should win?
Oh, you should try to win every game.
Mhm.
But those are really good teams that we playing against.
The Bears in Detroit playing against them Lions.
Blowout.
Detroit.
By 20.
I'm going
That's a good
Detroit.
football team. That's a good football team.
I'm going Detroit in that game.
Yep.
Chargers at Packers. I'm going Chargers on the road.
Give me the Packers
Ugly
at
game.
home.
Yeah,
On
I'm
the
going
Tundra,
Chargers
They
on the road.
find a way.
No,
Jordan Love finds a way.
I don't think so. I think Chargers win this game. They even that thing out 5-5, 5-6.
Packers need to tank for a quarterback.
After they already did? Well,
Yep.
they didn't really tank for him.
Well, they've
No,
been
they didn't
waiting
tank
for
for him.
Jordan
They
Love
didn't
for the
tank
past 3 or 4 years. What are we talking about?
They didn't tank for him.
You ever wait to finally take a girl out, then you finally get to take her out, and you're like, why did I wait that long? That's kind of, I think that's what this is.
Yikes. Unfair, unrealistic expectations of somebody. The Giants at Commodores. And this is without Lionel Richie.
Lionel them.
Giants will not win another game all year.
I don't
so you
think
might
they
as well
will
just
either,
pick
bro.
The other team
Whoever the
every
Giants
week.
They're
playing,
trying
that's who
to
I'm rolling
tank,
with.
and somebody
They're
told
not
me.
trying.
No,
they don't
they
need to
have
try.
a
Well, not
choice.
trying, but somebody told me that they're tanking well, and I was like, you guys are just bad.
They're
But
bad.
they want to be bad so that they can get Caleb Williams. I said, why? You just signed, you just paid your
Gave
quarterback.
your boy $164 million.
But I'm hearing his contract was actually front loaded,
Okay.
and
that's
so
fine.
it'll be easier to cut him.
Okay.
So,
I mean, that's a possibility.
but I would use those draft picks to actually get an O-line because it doesn't matter
Right,
who
it
you
doesn't
get,
matter.
they're all going to get hurt.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. Football fans and Americans across this country, the Giants in no way,
They're not a good
in that
football team.
red, white, and blue,
They're just not good.
are not going to try to be drafted no black quarterback over for the Giants anytime soon. I'm sorry.
Because they haven't has
That ain't happening.
since Tyrod Taylor
Tyrod's
was
been their best,
Tyrod was the
no,
first
we're
one that ever started
Yeah.
for them.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about as a franchise.
Yeah.
That was the
that ain't
first black
happening.
quarterback that ever started for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Come on, guys, it's a new era.
And he
That
ain't
is
played since.
wild.
He ain't played since. Yikes.
That's tough.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Commanders, aka the Commodores, at home. The Bucks on the road, Santa Clara,
In the Yang.
49ers.
I like us.
Blowout.
I like us. 2 touchdowns. We should be able to handle.
So Baker
Tampa.
Mayfield not coming in doing his thing. Okay.
Throwing at least 2 picks.
I mean,
At least 2
we
picks.
all know what happened to Baker the last time he came to Santa Clara.
Interesting. Yeep, yeep, yeep.
We know what happened when he came to Santa Clara the last time. And now his teammates with him.
It's tragic.
The other guy that rushes the quarterback is with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there too.
Jets at Buffalo.
That should be a good game. I like the Jets though. Brees Hall, man. Give me a lot
Man,
of Brees Hall.
Stop.
Give me a lot of Brees Hall
You
this
really
week.
going with that young that
Give me Brees Hall this week, bro.
I'm going Bills.
I got him on 3 fantasy teams.
Bills
I need
at
Brees
home.
Hall. I need Brees Hall this week.
Bills at home. This is just a little bit more of that Josh Allen hate. That's all that is.
It's not an 8. You brought me around to him, but I gotta give him this work.
You got to get work, but you can't put nobody else in over there, man.
Gotta give him the work.
11 interceptions.
Just like Lamar Jackson gets the work when he mess off, you can't put nobody in there in his place either. But he get work every single week inside our
And then
page.
you have a whole bunch of Lamar apologists on the page too. So I don't want to.
But he's only second in the league in completion percentage.
Okay, well then put
That's
him in the
all.
Super Bowl then.
That's all he is. Completing 70% of his passes.
Seahawks at Rams.
Seahawks.
Rams.
Rams stink.
You going Rams?
Rams are atrocious.
home.
Rams are
I'm
atrocious.
going Seahawks on the
Give
road.
me the Hawks.
I want Rams to win.
Vikings at Broncos.
Give me the Broncos. At
You
the
know
crib.
what? Give me the young Vikings, man, with the
Broncos.
young alopecia
Justin
at the quarterback.
Jefferson may or may not be coming back this week. Too.
Baby Jada.
Come on,
Don't
man.
do this with y'all.
Yeah,
today,
don't do
man.
it.
It's a good Saturday.
And Monday night game, the Eagles against the Chiefs.
It's gonna be a great football game.
I'm going
man.
Chiefs at home.
Hey,
Give
we
me
got to
the
go to
home
Red
team.
Rock for that.
Give me the home team.
Please.
go to Red Rock for that.
Let's
Give me
go to
the home
Red
team.
Rock. Yeah.
I'll do the show at 2.
Yeah, let's do it. Want to do that?
Give me the home
Yeah.
team. Give me the home team.
Home team?
That's the only reason
The
why.
Chiefs. That's
Like,
what I
that's
said.
literally the only reason.
That's why I chose them, because
Yeah.
they're a home team.
Yep,
Let
that's
the ball
it.
bounce. Sports Talk Radio, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Please, please, please hit us up if you want to be a sponsor of the
Yeah.
show and actually give us some of that money, like P. Diddy did Cass, to just throw away all those problems.
Whoa.
We love y'all. We appreciate y'all, man. Your guy, Dre Bailey.
Man, Gusto.
And this is what we do. We give you guys the best of Sports Talk Radio. And guess what? If you scared
better go to church
or pay up,
or pay up. Whoa.